And it's a serious look this Indiana team had as they arrived at the arena earlier on. Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Nesmith in at the 3 spot. And for the Thunder, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 slot. Brent, this should be a very intriguing matchup. Both these teams feature some very athletic players.
Well, if we get out in transition, Kevin, there's definitely some top 10 moments that are going to come up. A bunch of high flyers on both of these rosters, and we expect to see a lot of airtime from these players tonight.
Now, Nembhard to the paint. Here's Turner. Basket good. Turner's got the first points up on the board tonight here for Indiana.
Putting on the hard hat there. Give Turner credit for staying locked in on capitalizing no matter what.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Uses the glass to finish the lane.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game. Getting the ball inside early.
And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for Indiana. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yeah, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They've built from within. They've built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with a coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
And the 3 ball is good.
Boy, Halliburton consistent with that shot.
The Thunder have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks. Milton and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Now, in talking about Tyrese Halliburton, I wanted to know about the strategy for him out there. Coach said Halliburton is so quick and such a deft ball handler, I think it just comes down to keeping up with him, matching his pace, not letting him get one step ahead. So, that's the game plan. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. A nice shot by Hartenstein. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Halliburton against Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes up to the stripe, and it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The Thunder have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Shoots. Nembhard grabs the board.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And more often than not, Gilgeous-Alexander would pass on that shot, but he drains it.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Jalen Williams. Wallace is checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Shepard, that's good. 58 seconds left in the first. Here's Wallace. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Wallace. The Pacers pull it in.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And good that time.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Holmgren. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
Isaiah Joe.
12 seconds left in the first quarter. Ball is down low. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And this will be his second and third shots to the line here.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
And the first one at the line is good. That one misses. Timeout called the Pacers.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
So far as we finish the first quarter. Thunder out in front, up by 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
Dort and Williams up in the forward position. Isaiah Joe is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Williams at the 5 spot. It's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
He's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
Puts one up from 19. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Thunder. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
That attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. And so it's Oklahoma City with it, following the score by Indiana. Back to Williams. There's the three. Toppin pulls it in. The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Puts up a deep three. He can't get it to go. The Thunder have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Nembhard grabs the board. Nembhard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Shot's good by Turner.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Here's Dort, following the score by Miles Turner.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now, here's McConnell. Scoreless thus far. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blown.
Yeah, that athleticism of Mathurin is what makes him such a tough one to guard.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And the Thunder with some changes. Hartenstein comes in for Williams. And it's Holmgren in for Isaiah Joe. Siakam is checked in for the Pacers. Halliburton comes in for T.J. McConnell. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Down low. They get it again. And it goes down 2 points. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now, here's Halliburton. And they cash in right away with a quick shot. Halliburton's got 5 now.
There's so much about Halliburton that shows that he plays well beyond his years.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Halliburton, that's good.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Oklahoma City. Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Williams. Cason Wallace comes in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Indiana also making some changes. Jarris Walker, he's checked in for Turner. Neesmith comes in for Benedict Mathurin. And Shepard subbed in for Andrew Nembhard. The offensive rebound, and the dunk by Hartenstein.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Caruso. Here's Wiggins. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
Didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Halliburton, no good.
Pascal Siakam. First personal foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
Free throw drops for Holmgren.
And Holmgren possesses sky-high potential. His length and versatility making him such an intriguing prospect.
Holmgren Holmgren hits them both. Here's Halliburton. He's got 8. For the 3. That doesn't go either for Halliburton. Caruso looking for an opening. Holmgren wide open. The Thunder with another miss. So that'll be it for the first half. A fairly even battle underway in this one. Thunder lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Coach, where do you look to shore things up at the defensive end of the floor?
They're hitting us in some different areas, so we got to give help on the inside. And with the guys we have playing tonight, we got to be real persistent, real together.
You got to find that chemistry very quickly. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter.
And in one stretch there, they were up by 6. In the second quarter, they put in the work to create a slight scoring advantage. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Great work on the glass so far. They're hustling and showing more desire than boxing out. That's what they have to do. That's the recipe for success.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been quite a game for Isaiah Hartenstein.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. The forward spots with Neesmith and Siakam. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. And it's Turner in at the center. Indiana's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Neesmith. Off target with his 3. The Thunder with the lead. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy, and we thank you for the report. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Picked up by Turner. Count it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Trailing by 2. In the corner, it's Neesmith over Williams. Neesmith can't get it to go. The Thunder have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Halliburton against Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Hartenstein. Wallace comes in for George. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Then for the Pacers. Toppin, he's checked in for Turner. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Aaron Nesmith. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's McConnell. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. McConnell's got it all tied up now for the Pacers.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Joe Good.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Nembhard. The Thunder pull it in. To the middle. Back to Joe. 1:15 left in the third. Outside Williams. Wallace outside. Oklahoma City the rebound. Joe passes to Wallace. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Indiana's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here for the lead. Rebound by Williams. The Thunder have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Here's Wallace. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got his third assist on the night. Pacers trail by 5. Out to the right wing. Toppin passes to Siakam. The stupendous finish in traffic. Siakam's got 5 points now in the quarter.
It's important that Siakam plays with confidence from there. I mean, when he does, the results are often like that one.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Oklahoma City shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Wallace.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. Then for the Pacers. Walker's checked in for Siakam. And Shepard subbed in for Andrew Nembhard. Good on both. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Shepard. Here's Walker. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
The motor of Walker, keeping the possession alive, fighting for those points.
4 seconds left. Just 3 on the clock. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's the Thunder. They lead by 3. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The Thunder leading by 3. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. Alex Caruso out there with Aaron Wiggins. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Here's Halliburton after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside, here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to come to the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Mathurin against Dort. There's the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pacers trail by 7. Turner looking around. And the Pacers can't get it to go. To the inside. Wiggins. Here's Hartenstein. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Timeout called the Pacers.
Yeah, and his shot selection iffy at best tonight. A lot of forced, contested shots this game. He'll be lucky if he just gets a talking to here instead of a ticket to the bench.
Williams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. The Pacers also with a sub. Siakam's checked in. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. Now, his tone was pretty serious. He said, you guys need to prove you're in this. No one else can do it for you. Time to pour on the gas. We'll see if that fire gets lit, guys.
Thank you, David. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. That 3 off the mark. Pacers trail by 9. That's a 2 from Mathurin. Dort grabs the miss.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Indiana, they're working against the clock right now. Looking to get on the board here in the 4th still. Oh, and here comes Gilgeous-Alexander all alone.
The length of SGA is huge there. At 6'6", he can be pretty disruptive to your offense.
For Indiana, they've gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the 4th quarter underway. Halliburton, no good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Pacers trail by 13. Puts up a deep 3. Indiana again missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Oklahoma City.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Now here's Williams. 50 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. They grab their own miss. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Effort points by Turner, working hard inside, getting rewarded with some points.
And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Finishing strong. This is how you want
to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Personal foul. Shooting for Indiana, Miles Turner. At the line for one.
Turner no good on the free throw. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on an 18-7 run. On the wing, Wiggins. Wallace outside. Joe with it. Driving in. It's good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes it down.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Brian Anderson. Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Tim Hardaway is out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the center position. And for the 76ers, Kelly Oubre out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's George. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup. But anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
Yeah, that is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
So the Pistons will get the first possession. And here's Cunningham. Pass to Hardaway. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by the Sixers. George outside. And it's all from three-point range.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Harris with it. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Pistons ball.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Tobias Harris. At the line for one.
And he shows the focus there, nails the tee. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Oh, stolen by Embiid. Now here's Maxey. There's the triple. Hardaway grabs the board.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
And that one's good. Cunningham.
And I love the energy from Cunningham inside, pushing to get the bucket.
Philadelphia has gone 0 for 2 from outside. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Embiid. A deep three. Duran with a rebound. Just over a minute and a half in. It's Cunningham with a drive. That one's good for 2.
And using that strong frame, Cunningham is able to drive in and muscle through contact.
And out of bounds, Detroit will have it.
Pistons ball.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Now here's Hardaway. Defense right on him. 11 feet out. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. The 76ers have gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Here's Grimes. Hits the trifecta.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Cunningham finds Harris. Down low. Rebound by Philadelphia. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And he makes it. And that'll tie this game up.
Ooh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
And the Pistons call time here. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
And the 76ers going with a whole new group out there.
76ers ENT.
1:21 left in the first quarter. They double him with Butler. Ivy passes to Beasley. Out to Schroeder. This one for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
There's the 3. Ivy's shot is off. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Drummond against Stewart. The shot by Drummond, no good. The Pistons leading. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. Butler banked it in off the glass.
That's what you call playing big. He just stays committed to the attack mode.
Well, if you have the killer instinct he showed there, it doesn't matter what the size disadvantage is.
Out to Schroeder. The 3. Hangs. And Stewart with
his nimbleness at the rim.
Well, good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Detroit on top, leading by 3. And we'll return shortly. good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And looking at what we've seen from Detroit, what do you guys think?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
And, Coach, it seems there's a move to cut out some of the cheap fouls in the game. This notion of, if you wouldn't call it on the playground, why do you call it in a game? You'd like to see where it's going?
Yeah, look, there's some times where I think we'd get a better game if the players do what they did in pickup games, Brian, and just called their own fouls. A lot of these cheap fouls would cease to exist. I think there's just got to be a better recognition from referees on what really impacts a play and what doesn't.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duran. Cunningham in at the point with Beasley. There the backcourt, and it's Thompson in at small forward. 76ers trail by 3. George with it. Now Thompson defending. Nice shot by George. George has gotten his first points in this one.
Sturdy play from George in the paint, getting by the contact and to his finish.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Cunningham looking it over. It's Beasley on the wing. Another shot. Out to Thompson, and he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Maxey, he's checked in for the Sixers. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Sasser's checked in for Beasley. The 76ers have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Now here's Maxey. Sasser defending. And here's Oubre from the arc. And another miss by Philadelphia. The Pistons trailing. Now Sasser. And Grimes pulls it down. Here's George. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, muscling his way for the bucket. George doing what he does best.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. Pass to Thompson. A minute 37 left to play in the first half. Here's Harris. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Oubre. The Pistons have had quite a few high lottery picks of late, Stan. However, they haven't had much success yet.
Well, Brian, you know, sometimes it takes a lot of time. Some teams will come together quicker. Some players and some teams need more time to develop. Detroit's just got to keep adding to what they have and continuing to develop the players that are already in their system.
And a great fan base in Detroit, starving for victories.
Oh, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
And you got to give Paul George credit for his mental toughness. There's always lots of chatter out there, but he tunes it out and just focuses on his game.
And the Pistons going with a whole new group out there. So he can't get either to fall.
Rare sight. How often does he fail to capitalize at the line?
It's stolen. To the inside. Yabusele, look that. And the 76ers lead by 6.
This team trusts Maxey to make good decisions with the ball.
Out to the right wing. Holland for three. The rebound by Yabusele.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
George's shot is good.
Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
Pistons trail by 8. Schroeder passes to Hardaway. Back to Schroeder. Will it go? Sends it home from three-point land. Schroeder's got 6 points.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
And here's Butler outside. And Philadelphia hits again from deep. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Schroeder. Holland for three. Here's Stewart. Paul George pulls it in. George has got 5 rebounds in the game. Maxey with it, guarded by Stewart. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Ivy. Philadelphia grabs the miss. From deep. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Philadelphia finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. They've had incredible success defensively. Take
17. Joel, you got out to an early lead. A lot to like in your performance thus far. What have you liked about it?
Oh, I thought we played great. Defensively, I know that I had someone behind me. If I made a mistake that was going to protect the rim, I thought we did great.
Thanks, Joel. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even.
They stayed within arm's reach in that opening period. 5 points, their largest deficit. The second quarter went their way, all the way, as they raced to the lead and stretched their advantage to 8 points by the halftime break. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Sixers?
Well, they've shown a lot of discipline at the offensive end. It's not about getting the quick shots, it's about getting the good shot. And if you want to know how that approach is working, just check out their field goal percentage.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Philadelphia leading by 8. Kelly Oubre out there with Paul George. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in a 2-guard. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it.
Right ball.
Outside Hardaway. Cunningham on the wing. Hardaway, the pass to Duran. Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
Cunningham at the line for one.
What's up?
And the technical free throw is good.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
Out to Thompson. Fires the 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Grimes has got 5 rebounds in the game. And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
Duren with the bucket.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
Cunningham against Maxey. Over Cunningham. And another miss by Philadelphia. Pistons trail by 8. Pulls up. Joel Embiid with the board.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
2 minutes into the second half of play now, and he hits the jumper for 2.
Come on. I mean, what can you do defensively? Embiid is pretty much impossible to guard when his jumper is on.
Cunningham passes to Duren. In close. Basket counts. Duren's gotten 4 this quarter.
No need to risk a shot from range when you can take it inside.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And one thing we know we'll see, Jalen Duren giving his all on the glass, Dan.
Yeah, Brian, look, he's one of the best per-minute rebounders in this league, and it's what the team needs for him. But he's also become a very good finisher around the basket.
And the 76ers going with a whole new group out there. And the Pistons will go for a different look here. Stewart, he's checked in for Duren. Beasley comes in for Thompson. Ivy's checked in for Hardaway. And Sasser subbed in for Cunningham. A minute 29 left in the third quarter. Yabusele hooked that. And now it's a 12-point 76ers lead.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Woo, wait. Big finish. Big time. And man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
First personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for Philadelphia, Andre Drummond. 2 shots.
That free throw no good. And some changes here for Detroit. Holland, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Dennis Schroeder in for Sasser. He's off on the second. Pistons trail by 10. To the middle. Here's Stewart. And finished off by Stewart.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Inside. Here's Drummond. Edwards, the pass to Drummond. The shot from the low post is good. And the 76ers lead by 10. The Pistons have gone 4 of 8 in the third. Pass to Stewart. The 3-ball. The rebound by Yabusele. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. McCain kept alive. Drummond with the bucket.
Well, he knew the contact was coming. Drummond took it anyway and finished.
Now Stewart. The rebound by Yabusele. Drummond with the ball. Shoots over Stewart. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Philadelphia on top. They lead by 12. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, he's a consummate floor general. surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth, Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4, and it's Duren in at the 5 spot.
Oh, one of the better attackers of the rim. Ivy will not be stopped.
And here's Oubre from the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go. Oubre's got himself on the board with a 3 there. And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
For 3, Maxey. Detroit with a rebound. And he lobs it up top. And the dunk by Duren.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Knocked away and stolen by Cunningham. The rebound by Maxey. The Sixers lead by 8. Here's Grimes. Drains the triple.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And solid pass from Cunningham. He has a good understanding for when the defense has overcommitted.
Oubre on the wing. Over Harris. Here's Embiid. Oh, Embiid imposing his will.
And when you're the ones trying to fight your way back into the game, you simply cannot allow second chances.
Well, look, their lack of effort is exactly why they're behind. Just look at how they're getting bullied on the glass right now.
Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pistons.
Pistons ball.
And Philadelphia making a change here. George is checked in. And a switch here also for Detroit. Hardaway's checked in. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter here. To the paint. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
George with it. Picked up by Cunningham. Lets it fly. Oubre can't hit.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
What a play by Harris. When he's called upon by his squad, he rises to the occasion.
Maxey against Thompson. Here's George. Counted. And the 76ers lead by 7.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Harris right side. Thompson outside. No good on the 3. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. George finds Maxey. From outside the arc. A nice shot by Grimes. And now it's a 10-point 76ers lead.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
And the Pistons call time here. They're trailing by 10. 44 seconds left in the final quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.
And guess what? This was his game all night. I mean, he tore through the defense and almost never took a bad shot out there. Really, a level of offensive consistency most players can only dream of.
I'll tell you what, for him, it doesn't get much better than this. Putting on an absolute clinic while the home fans went wild. And here's Butler outside. Hardaway grabs the board. And so it's Detroit with it. Right wing. Pass to Sasser. Fires for three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Butler passes to Grimes. The three is up. Duren with the rebound. Sasser right side. Lets the three fly. That shot off. And so it's Philadelphia with the W. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Paul, what a great team effort defensively. What were the points of emphasis?
We do a great job of helping one another and being in gaps. And, if we're going to get beat, it's going to have to be, beaten by contested shots and the ball being swung. So that's what we had to do. We had to sit down, guard guys, and, make them play on the offensive end as a team.
Defense certainly has to be a full team effort, and it paid off tonight. Thanks, Paul.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.